Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you guys requested on Instagram that I answer a few questions, so I asked you guys to go ahead and submit those questions for a Q&A video, and so here it is, okay? Please disregard my hair and just everything that is going on right now, okay? I had to stop and put air in my tire on the way here, so that you might have seen that on Instagram. So anyways, I got the questions in my phone, so I am going to just go through them and answer away. Let go. Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel about green smoothies? I think they're great. They have a ton of micronutrients in them, which is really, really good for you. You do have to be careful what type of green smoothie you get or where you get it from if you're not making it yourself, because you want to watch out for like added sugar and things like that. The follow-up question to that was, do you drink them as meals? I personally do not. I really don't drink many green smoothies at all. I tend to not drink my meals or my calories. I'm a foodie at heart, and I've told you guys this before, but if I can eat it, I'd rather eat it. The next question says, how do you feel about waist trainers or body sweatsuits? Y'all, I need to make a whole video about this. Waist trainers, the problem that I have is that waist trainers were introduced into this like era of fitness, Instagram, all of this, as kind of like a weight loss miracle, and they are not. And so because of that reason, I am not in support of them. And then the next part was about body sweatsuits. I mean, again, like a lot of these things are like quick temporary fixes. I do like to wear a sweat belt here and there, like if I'm feeling really bloated or something like that, but the reason that I never post that is because I don't want people to get the idea that this is like for weight loss when it's not. So yeah, waist trainers, I mean, as long as you are aware that wearing a waist trainer will not replace eating healthy and a proper exercise regimen, then go for it. How is your love life now that you've dropped weight? Next question. Do you ever feel that men don't take women as seriously or respect us when we are overweight? 100% absolutely believe that. I mean, I got to witness it, so I've been on both sides of the spectrum, being overweight and obese, and then being like, you know, a healthy weight, and there's definitely a difference. I've made videos before on how people treat you whenever you lose weight, and I've talked about men also within that video, so I will leave the description. I will leave the link for that video in the description box. Okay, the next question is, hi Cookie, would you suggest a certain workout if a person was trying to lower their blood pressure naturally through diet and exercise? If so, what will the length of time and what specific workout would you suggest? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for your question. That's a loaded question. I tend to not answer things like this where it has to do with someone who has specific health concerns. I do train clients who have health concerns. They have to get a clearance through their doctor to exercise and work out. So I feel like I would need to have a lot more information in order to accurately answer that question. But I will say that diet here is probably going to be more important than the actual exercise that you're doing. When it comes to high blood pressure, you're going to want to watch your sodium intake. And so yeah, I would say that I think a plant-based diet is just the best for anyone to get in a lot of leafy green vegetables. This does not mean being vegetarian or being vegan. It just means being plant-based, meaning you take in mostly food from plant-based sources. Do you still enjoy sweets or ever cheat with meals? I'm having a hard time staying on track with my sweets. Yes, I do. I love sweets. Sweets are my weakness. However, I am at a point where I can enjoy those things just because of my current workout regimen, the fact that I am pretty much at my goal. I'm not necessarily trying to lose a ton of weight. When I was trying to lose weight, I tried to avoid those things, and what I did was have a cheat meal maybe once a week on the weekends, until that got to be out of hand where instead of being just one day, it would end up being the whole weekend. So I had to go back to being very strict. But I did do some things like I would get the low-fat vanilla wafers and dip those in like the flavored Greek yogurt. I don't know how gross that is, but it was something that curbed my sweet tooth. Another thing that a lot of my clients do, and that I do sometimes, is to get a protein powder. Quest has really good protein powders, and they come in a ton of different flavors, like cookies and cream and stuff like that. So if you can make like a protein powder instead of like a protein powder shake, instead of having something fattening like a Snickers bar or something like that, then that's something that you can do too. Alright, the next question says, I know you adjusted before, but you seem to be getting fairer each time I watch your videos. What is the reason? Y'all, man, you know what? Some of y'all, man, forget the Q&A, man. Just cut the camera off. Really? Guys, like, you guys have got to stop asking these questions. I can't even talk right. You guys have got to stop asking this question. So, I've done 2 videos already on acanthosis and being insulin resistant and changes in my skin. I've done the video called, I think that they're both called I Did Not Bleach My Skin, Part 1 and Part 2. I will leave the link for those videos down in the description box below. But I don't know, sis. I don't know why I seem lighter every time you see me. I'm just fair and fair. I do not know. Maybe it's because the season is changing. It's getting to be fall, and so you know, the sun is not beaming down on me. Like, I hope that you guys realize that black women do tan. All skin pretty much tans in the summer. So I don't. Why y'all ask me stuff like this? Are there any further No further questions, Your Honor. Lord. How long did it take you to start seeing muscle? I vividly remember when I started to see muscle. So you guys know I lost my weight in about a year. Well, maybe about 6 months into that, or sooner, maybe 4 to 6 months into that, I started taking a class called Body Pump, which I'm now certified to teach. But that class is basically a weightlifting class where you go through all the major muscle groups in an hour to 8 different tracks of music. Okay, so you're doing squats, you're doing bicep curls, you're doing lunges, you're doing clean and presses and things like that. But I remember at one point when I was in that class, this was already after the full year of me losing weight. So maybe I'd taken Body Pump for 6 to 8 months. And I remember being down in the push-up position, and I looked in the mirror and I saw like the cuts in my shoulder and the definition in my arms, and I was like, oh girl. I was really excited. I was telling myself. So that's probably the first time that I noticed muscle definition. But again, when I first started, I made the mistake of doing so much cardio that I was burning off fat and muscle. So it wasn't until I started taking that class, took it consistently for I guess 6 to 8 months, and that's when I started to see muscle definition. Okay, next question says, how do you deal with eating clean and tight to no budget? Is it okay to eat usual food in moderation? Because starving oneself is not an option. Well, starving yourself is definitely not an option, but I wouldn't say that I eat necessarily clean. And then also, what is usual food? I don't know where this misconception is that it's so expensive to eat healthy. It's really not. You've got to use your options. I've done videos here where I get groceries from the 99-cent only store, from Dollar Tree. There's also Aldi haul here on my channel, so you guys can definitely check that out. All these videos that I referenced in this video will be down below for you guys to check out. But it's only expensive if you make it that way. I don't necessarily buy organic or anything like that. And so that may be somewhere where I save money as well. But yeah, you definitely can eat the things that you're used to eating in moderation, and track those foods. The biggest thing is to track what you are eating. I personally like to use MyFitnessPal, and I do have all of my clients, whether it's online or in person, use MyFitnessPal as well. So yeah, it's not hard. You got to use the resources that you have available to you. So if you have any of those stores in your area, then definitely check those out and try those. Also, Trader Joe's is a good store to check out and go to for healthy food on budget. I feel like I've been working on losing weight for eons, hitting the gym, tweaking things, trying new things. My question is, how do you stay motivated in the grind when it doesn't seem to be working? Well, I have a video all about this. But I personally stay motivated by my own results. And so like, well, first of all, I feel like you've got to check yourself. If you say you've been eating healthy and you've been working out and you aren't seeing results, you need to go back and what is eating healthy? Again, are you tracking your food to know whether or not you're taking in the amount of calories that you need in order to start seeing a decrease in the fat and the weight that is on your body? When you're exercising, are you exercising intensely? It's very, very important to check yourself. Because a lot of times people will come to me and say, I've been eating right, I've been exercising, and it's like, you know, just doing, you have to start somewhere. But if for 6 months you've been just taking a walk around the block, okay, and let's say you decided to cut out like soda. So you cut out soda 6 months ago and you started taking this walk around the block every night, and that's all you've been doing for 6 months. And you're just like, I'm not seeing any changes. Well, you've got to do something differently. In order to see a change, you have to change something. So maybe that might have worked to get that first 5 to 10 pounds off or something like that, but it's not working anymore. It's because your body is smaller now. It is adjusted. You need to, and even if it's 5 pounds smaller, it's smaller, and you need to do something that's a bit more intense, or you need to really, really focus on what you are eating. That's it, y'all. That's all the questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions, I will definitely do another video or dedicate one of the questions that I feel like I can turn into a full topic here on my channel. So thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please do. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.